Hey, how's it going, folks? Welcome back. This is going to be my third video. I had some stuff going on last week or so I didn't really mess around too much with the GoPro or any video ideas. Closed on the house yesterday, so had to get that squared away, and I'm pretty excited about it. Also, want to just clarify real quick. If you hear a whining noise, that's because my Jeep is a piece of shit. And for those of you who are not familiar with the crappy quality of Jeep Patriots, please do yourself a favor, don't ever buy one. This thing has been nothing but a problem for the last 3 years. Oh my god, I can't wait to pay it off, and then I want to blow it up. Like, I don't know how I'm gonna do that, but I want to find somebody that has a lot of property and just douse it in gasoline or diesel and tannerite and just blow it the hell up. That being said, though, like I said, appreciate you guys watching these videos, so let's get to it. A couple things that have been on my mind lately. Let's kind of stick to the new home experience. One of the things I want to touch on is things that you do when you move to a new area or buy a new home. First of all, this is gonna be my first house, so at least first house purchase. So this is a whole new experience to me, but I've been doing a lot of reading, research, whatever you want to call it. Collar is bothering the hell out of me, sorry. A couple of things that have been kind of bouncing around my mind. I'm not super familiar with the area I'm moving to. I have a general idea of it, but I'm not from there. So a couple things that are going to be important, I believe, for whatever area you're moving to, particularly if it's a new area or somewhere you've never lived before. One, going to be, where are your medical emergency services located? So where's the hospital? Where's the urgent care? Where is the emergency room? Where? How far is that, and what route can you take, or what routes can you take from your home to that place if an emergency takes place? Would it be quicker for you to drive to the ER or to urgent care or to the hospital, or would it be quicker to wait for EMS services to arrive? Now, obviously, that's going to vary depending on the severity of what's going on, but just something to think about. Another thing to think about, where's your fire department located? How long do you think it'll take your fire department to show up? 5 minutes, 20, 30, half an hour, 45? You live in the middle of fucking nowhere, so stuff to think about. Other things to consider, where are your local police stations or sheriff's department, or here in Ohio, I'm sure everywhere else has highway patrol, but where are your state highway patrol outposts located? I know in my current area I have 3. I have Madison County, I have a highway patrol outpost, and then the local township, all within a relatively close distance to where I live. Where I'm moving to, I'm not actually familiar with where those places are at, what county, where the sheriff's at, or where the highway patrol outposts are, but stuff I want to learn about. Other things to consider. First of all, one of my big priorities moving into this new house is going to be changing out my locks. That's probably going to happen day one. I don't know. The owners of the house I'm owning, or I just purchased, have lived there since 1970. It is now 2019. So they've essentially lived there for 49 years, 50 years. I don't know who all they have given keys to over the years. I don't know who all has a key or has a key made or whatever. So to be on the safe side, I'm just going to go ahead and switch out all the door locks. Make sure that I'm squared away and that the only people who have access to my keys are myself, my girlfriend, and family or very close friends that I trust. Also going to have to change out my garage code. I don't know what their garage code is now, but I'm going to get the little door clicker things, and I'm going to change out my garage code access code. Other things to consider, what security alarm system options do I have? What security system options do I have in that area? And what other security system means can I take? What's reasonable for my area? Now, let's say you live out in the country, or you live out in a more secluded area. What's going to be more beneficial to you or more realistic for what you're going to potentially need. It's going to help your home be safer. Are you going to live in a closer, like a suburban area? Or are you going to live in the middle of the city? Or are you going to live in the country? I'm currently going to be moving to, I live somewhat in the country, a more rural area, and I'm going to be moving to a smaller town. Now, that being said, I don't think I'm going to need floodlights for every corner of my house or every inch of my property. I don't think that's necessary. I do think motion detecting lights are a good idea, especially for areas like my backyard or near my garage, things like that. If you have any basement window or basement access windows, anything like that, maybe something to make sure that those are secured properly or that there's good lighting around them. One of my other big priorities getting this new house is going to be camera systems. I am if I haven't said this before, I'm a correctional officer. I have been for the last 10 years. And during my 10 years, I've found it to be beneficial for myself and for other people if I ask the inmates that are currently incarcerated for doing criminal activities such as breaking into homes, businesses, robbing people, stealing things out of people's cars, stuff like that. If I ask them, I've asked a lot of them several times, what do they look for that deters them away from breaking into a home or breaking into a car or whatever. One of the big things that comes up, I'd say, if I ask 20 inmates, 18 of them, so let's say 90%, 95% of them, number one thing they say is cameras. You don't want to get caught. You don't have video evidence of you doing a crime. So it's pretty important to me to at least get cameras to cover the majority of the access points of my property. So my front door, I'll probably get one of those little door camera things, the little door cam things. And that should probably do the job for that area. And then I'll also probably get a camera from my back door so I can cover that area or any near back windows, just kind of cover the back half of my house. And then one of the sides of my new house, they're going to have it's just a little harder to see from the street, so I'll probably get a camera and cover that. Is that all 100% necessary? Maybe not. For me, that's going to make me feel a lot more comfortable. I know it's going to make my girlfriend feel a little more comfortable, and that's what it's all about. Because for one, if it deters bad guys from doing bad guy things, I'm all about it. I'm not going to post a bunch of stickers on my door like I'm all pro NRA or I'm pro Second Amendment or come and get it. I don't want people knowing what's in my house. It's none of their business. I don't want to know what's in your house. It's none of my business. As long as it is legal, for the most part. I mean, as long as it's legal and it's consenting adults, and I don't give a shit what you do in your house. It's your business. And I feel the same way. I don't want anybody to know what's in my house. So, gonna make sure we get a couple things. I've seen, I got a couple buddies. Well, I got a buddy. I know for sure. I got another one. I think he said he got some too. Get these little fancy things off of Amazon that you screw into your door frame, and they help prevent the door from being kicked in. Now, it's not going to stop the door from being kicked in, but it is a preventive maintenance or preventive tool. Makes it more difficult, makes that intruder take more time. If they really want to get into your house, they're going to have to work for it. And while they're working for it, that gives me more time to respond to it. So just stuff to think about, guys. If you have any suggestions on ways to like on new homeowner suggestions or tips or whatever, by all means, please let me know in the comments or message me or whatever you want to do. I greatly appreciate it. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys have a good time, and be safe and make good choices.